Salutations readers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nkechi, and for today I'm going to be filming Minnesota Spring Diary number 15. Alright, so it is actually past midnight as I'm recording. And it's really odd because I am recording on Monday, March 10th. So it's literally the day after daylight savings begins. So my concept of time is very weird. Because I'm just like, wait, should it be past midnight? But no, it's literally past 1 a.m. I just looked on my computer and I'm like, ah, crap. Yeah, it's past 1:30 a.m. So, whoopsie, I should definitely be in bed. But I did want to film an intro now because I don't think I'll feel like filming an intro when I wake up tomorrow. But I do want to film an intro to let y'all know that I am kind of in a very particular reading mood that's very odd that I'm just going to embrace. Because, full disclosure, if any of y'all were watching my content March of last year, y'all would have noticed that, like, reading wise and just even content wise, it was just really weird last year. I don't know why. And I am trying to make sure that not on my birthday month, we're gonna be doing this shit. I mean, I don't want it to happen in any other month, but definitely not on my birthday month. For those of you who are new, my birthday is at the end of the month, and I want it to be a really good reading month because last year was doo-doo. It was booty cheeks, asinine, bad in quality and quantity. Okay, I mean, I could do fine with the quantity, but the quality was not there either. So this time around, we're trying to make sure it's good. So I'm just like, look, if I'm not in the mood to read, I'm just not gonna read. If I am in the mood to read, I'll just read whatever I'm in the mood for. And thankfully, with the pause feature of Storygraph, it's helping me to really narrow down my current reads. So far right now, I'm actually in the mood to be reading some literary fiction. Which, as someone who's an avid fantasy reader, I don't really read literary fiction like that. It's like every once in a while, sometimes I read literary fiction that's kind of mixed in with some other genres. But yeah, I really am here for some straight up lit fic right now. And I'm like, okay. I have also borrowed movies from my library as well. And I do have a couple DVDs that are coming in as well. I don't know when they're going to come. I highly doubt they're going to come in time for this video because I'm only taking it for up till Friday. So it's only going to be for like a few days. But the movies though I do want to watch for this video diary are Monster High, Scarus, City of Frights, and Fantastic Mr. Fox. So Monster High, Scarus, City of Frights I have already seen. This is just more nostalgic for me because now all the Monster High films are no longer available on Netflix. I was like, well, I've been wanting to do a rewatch, so my library does have a few of them. And I wanted to rewatch Scarus. It was one of my favorites. Not my ultimate favorite, no. I forgot what my all-time favorite was, but this is one I really enjoyed. And Fantastic Mr. Fox, I've never seen. I've never seen a Wes Anderson film before, but I think this was a good one to start off with. And I do know it was nominated for Best Animated Feature for the Oscars. These are the ones I really want to focus on as far as movie-wise. Now, as far as reading-wise, I have started reading Beautiful World, Where Are You? By Sally Rooney. This is her third novel. I did try this month to read her debut novel called Conversations with Friends. I particularly did not, and I mean did not like that book. I really tried to read it. I had it as an ebook and I really did not like Conversations with Friends. Oh my gosh, my brain was so bored. Beautiful World, Where Are You? I was way more intrigued with this one. I was kind of curious about Normal People, but the ebook for Beautiful World, Where Are You came first. And I didn't really enjoy it. In fact, I enjoyed it more so that I actually purchased a physical copy from Half Price Books. I got it for really cheap though, so I don't feel too worried about it. Yeah, I do indeed have the physical book as well, but as far as the ebook, as far as what the story is even really about, I'm still trying to figure out what it's really about, but so far, who are the main characters? Hold up, I need to look at this synopsis because I have not touched it in a little bit, because again, my reading's been really weird, but we're following Alice, who's a novelist who meets Felix, who works in a warehouse, and I think they're supposed to be dating, because I did look on Storygraph and the genre tags is contemporary literary romance. And I don't know, when I think of Sally Rooney, I don't think of anything romantic. But then again, so does Normal People. Normal People is also, like, think of literary romance. So, what do I know, right? Yeah, so I guess they're supposed to be dating, I think. And it says here that Alice asks Felix if he'd like to travel to Rome with her. And then in Dublin, her best friend Eileen is getting over a breakup, but then she just slips back into flirting with Simon, a man she has known since childhood. And it's pretty much just about Alice, Felix, Eileen, and Simon, who are just young, going through life, doing all the things in Dublin. I'm like, okay, cool. I do indeed have the audiobook. I'm borrowing this, like using my Spotify premium audiobook hours to read through, which definitely helps. The audiobook definitely helps a little bit, especially with like the Irish dialogue and cadence. I mean, the dialogue really isn't like, it's not actual Irish words or anything, but like the Irish accent, which really helps me a little bit. But also, I just really am more intrigued with this. I do like we do have like emails between Alice and Eileen. I do find the emails to be interesting. Actually, as far as their main mode of communication between the two of them is definitely been emails so far. I'm not very far into it. I think if I look at my physical copy, I'm only on page 47, so that's like chapter 5. So far, I'm definitely, again, I'm way more intrigued. I was further, I think I was a little bit further in like with Conversation with Friends, but like, I'm more intrigued with Beautiful World, Where Are You than Conversation with Friends, which I think is a great sign that from her debut to like her more newer work, my brain is like, oh yeah, this is something that we're interested in. I don't think Beautiful World, Where Are You has like an adaptation, because I know Conversations with Friends and Normal People have adaptations. I don't know if Beautiful World, Where Are You is going to have an adaptation, but I wouldn't mind one, to be quite honest. But so far, I've been pretty curious about Beautiful World, Where Are You, and I want to continue reading that. We'll see if I end up finishing this week. I won't be surprised if I don't, because literary fiction is not really a genre that I particularly love to read about, but I wouldn't mind it at the same time. Another lit fic book, though, I really want to read for sure, though, is Little Rots by Quick and Mezzi. Yes, finally, I'm getting to reading more of Quick and Mezzi's latest work. So this is for their latest book that was published last summer. They do have a book coming out called Medina that's coming out in April, and they do have another book that's coming later this year, I think September, October, Son of the Morning or something. We have no cover, but I know for sure Medina is like a book that's coming out next month, and I'm so excited for that one. But Little Rot, though, let's start with this one. This is a queer lit fic book that I think has a very fast pace. That's very fast paced, almost like a thriller, because it takes place either at night or a weekend. I generally don't know. All I know is that based on some reviews when the book came out, that it's very dark, it's very gruesome, but to also take care of yourself. I did look up some content warnings through like Storygraphs to see what people have tagged this book with, some content warnings, and yeah, it's pretty violent here. Like sexual violence is a big thing. So, and by sexual violence, I mean like sexual assault, rape, all those things. So if that's something that's you don't want to read about or is very triggering for you, definitely move away from Little Rot. For me, I've only read, I think, like the first chapter. I don't have too many thoughts on it. All I know is that it just reminds me of anything that Nkechi Mezzi has written. It's their writing style. I really love their writing, for real. And I'm just curious to see what I would think about it. Will I think this would be a great book? Will I think it's more middling? I don't know. Whenever I read an Nkechi Mezzi work, the only thing that's really been I felt middling was like their poetry collection, Conjuring Everything. Other than that, everything else I've given like at least like 4 stars. Like Nkechi Mezzi just does not write a bad book in my eyes at all. And I highly doubt Little Rot's gonna be that. I really doubt it. So very much excited and very much curious to see what I would think about Little Rot. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for y'all right now. And I think I'm going to have to go to bed, because I really did not notice on the timing at all. Very much excited to get some reading done, watch some movies, also get some other work done. I'll just take y'all with me for the next few days and see how much lit fic I'm gonna be reading. Alright, salutations y'all. It is Monday evening. It's like 8 p.m. So I just want to give you an update because I couldn't even film anything for this video diary because I was doing a lot of filming for a different video, which hopefully is up before this video is up. I'm not sure on the order of videos right now. We shall see. But today was mostly just filming a setup video for my reading journal and also a flip through as well from the previous spreads I had. So if it's up before this video, I'll link it in the video description or in the cards. If not, well, it'll be the video after this one, I think. We shall see. I don't know. But it took me like 2 days to really work on that reading journal because I ran out of glue tape last night. So I had to go to Michael's to purchase some glue tape and also just glue sticks as well, just in case I had no more glue tape. So got enough adhesives at least to last me a good long while for all this journaling. So happy about that. But also I really want to show y'all that I actually got a new A5 notebook actually from a different company. Maybe some of y'all know I usually get my notebooks from Archer and Olive. That's usually my go-to notebook company and stationery company as well. But the leftover A5 notebooks that they currently have, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up and use something else. So this particular notebook is an Aries A5 notebook Constellations collection from T4C, which I will link down in the video description down below if you're ever curious. So as you can tell here, we have a little ram here in the front, and it's nice and red. Because I am an Aries sun, and we are approaching Aries season, even though we're still in Pisces season. So by the time this video goes up, it most likely will be either close to Aries season or already in Aries season. And I was like, yes, I must get, I really want to get the Constellation one because it's numbered pages and it's A5. And it's really, really good. Now, the only thing about this notebook I don't particularly love is that the cover here is fabric. And because it's fabric, that means it's going to get dirty really easily. And it just sticks. So don't love that for me, but I do at least like it. I also like that I'm currently making some spreads for the rest of the year because my current Bujo is only lasting me till May. And I'm like, well, it's March. I would like to start at least doing some setup spreads, at least for maybe a month or two. And I have finished doing my setup spreads for June 2025. I'm gonna wait out on like July, August, and all those other ones. But since this actually is 200, okay, please tell me we're focusing. I don't know what's going on, but my camera's been doing some weird things with this autofocus. But I think we're good. I finished my spreads for June. Really like them so far. We'll worry about the July and the rest of those months another time. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. Now, granted, I could have been journaling and like listening to an audiobook for these LitFit books, but I just did not feel inclined to listen to an audiobook. I just wanted to watch something. So I decided to rewatch The Incredibles, the 2004 film from Disney Pixar. And I love rewatching this film, y'all. My gosh, I always love rewatching it. I mean, sure, the animation is dated and all, but like it's still like the themes, the character development and all that, it still like holds up for me. So like, yeah, if you have not watched The Incredibles, I definitely do recommend it. I mean, my family and I, we own like the DVD version of the movie, but I was watching it on my phone through like Disney Plus, so that's what I did instead. Otherwise, I would have just popped in the DVD and just go with that, but it's fine. So now, am I going to be reading? No, because I don't feel like reading right now. Right now, I'm actually watching the replay of an NFL game, specifically the Baltimore Ravens versus Cincinnati Bengals Week 5 2024 season, because I actually did miss this game. I wasn't really watching like NFL like that during Week 5. I think I was watching Week 7, Week 8, and onwards, as many games as I could, but Week 5 I was not watching any NFL games at all. So this one I missed, and since NFL on their YouTube channel uploaded the full game, like the full replay of the game, I'm like, something wild must have happened. So I'm watching the replay of it. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I know not everyone cares about American football, so I'm just gonna stop talking about that. But that's actually what I'm gonna be focused on for now, and just chill and just relax. My gosh, I've just leaving the house, going to get some adhesives for journaling to last me a good long minute. Hopefully it'll last me a year, but we shall see. I do like to stick things down a lot, so we shall see how long that all lasts. So yeah, I'll be watching this replay, also start exporting the footage from this SD card, because I need to export all that footage that I got from all the journaling stuff, and to separate the footage from the footage for this video diary. So I'm going to be doing all that as well. So yeah, won't be much B-roll for a bit here, at least not for today. We'll see about tomorrow, and that's also when I'm gonna be updating y'all, because I'm also hoping to do some reading tomorrow, since I do have writing sprints. I mean, I could be writing something, so I do have an idea to write something, but that'll be for a different kind of video actually. But yeah, I'll say adieu for now, and we shall reconvene tomorrow. Salutations, y'all. It is Tuesday night. It's around 8:30 p.m. And I do actually have a couple updates for y'all. I decided to start listening to an audiobook for my morning writing sprints. So I decided to start reading Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen for the first time. I have never read anything from Jane Austen. I've always been interested in her works, but I wasn't sure how to go about it. And honestly, with classics, I'm not usually in the mood to read a classic, but I wanted to listen to an audiobook. I guess I tagged the audiobook for Pride and Prejudice, this particular audiobook, for a while, and I listened to it. I liked the narrator, and I just kept listening to it, and I got to like 27%. I listened to like about 3 hours of the audiobook. It's a 12-hour-ish, 12 and a half hour long audiobook, and I gotta say, I really did like Pride and Prejudice. I do like Jane Austen's writing style, not gonna lie. I do find it funny. It has a really nice wit and humor to it, because one of the things I was really worried about this book, and just Jane Austen entirely, is that I wasn't sure if I really would like her humor, but I did like her humor, and I do like her sense of wit. And I'm indeed very much curious to see what's going to happen with Lizzie Bennet and Mr. Darcy. I already know it's a romance. I know they're going to get together, but like I want to see the development of it coming together. And since this is a slow-paced novel, the romance is slow-paced. And I love me a slow burn. So like, it's just perfect for me. Not going to lie. I love it. I love it. And I see why people love Pride and Prejudice. I've never even seen any film or TV show adaptations of any of her works either, but I can see why, particularly for Pride and Prejudice, why a lot of people love it. Like, it like set up the tropes that people love now. We have I wouldn't say it's an enemy, because they're not enemies, but like a certain distaste to lovers, romantic interests, you know? So I see that. I see slow more romance. I see with having wit and the humor. I just really see it. So I'm having a great time with Pride and Prejudice. And while I was working on that, I think I showed you on the B-roll as well. I was working on my new Bujo for the remainder of 2025. Yes, I know my years. Making some great progress in that. I already did the mid-year spread, so I'm kind of curious just to keep working on it, maybe do the July spreads even. But I'm kind of waiting for a certain stationery order to come through that has some washi tape that I really want to use. So we'll see about that. Or maybe I can just use that washi tape when I get to like September and October and November spreads. We shall see. Regardless though, I'm pretty satisfied with using this notebook. And that's kind of all I really did besides like catching on like some YouTube videos. Yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. So not much actual updating for today. We'll see about like tomorrow or the next couple of days if I have anything else to update y'all on. I do want to keep reading Pride and Prejudice, but right now I don't know. Will I get back to reading it? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue reading Pride and Prejudice before I go to bed, or if I'm going to watch a movie. Like maybe I should watch a movie. Or should I read? Maybe I should read a little bit and then watch a movie. I haven't decided on what I'm going to do yet, so I'll decide what I'm going to do. I'll give y'all B-roll and we'll reconvene either tomorrow or Thursday. It really depends on what my energy is going to be. But yeah, I will update y'all soon. Salutations, y'all. Today is Friday afternoon. It's about to be 2:30 p.m. What are my updates? What did I last talk to y'all? I can't remember. It was like the middle of Wednesday? Was it Thursday? Alright, so right now I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. There's something in my throat, but I already took cold and flu medicine, so I am now drowsy. But I'm gonna try to speed run my way through this. I do remember saying that I started reading Pride and Prejudice. Well, I did finish it last night, and y'all, I have never read I can't remember the last time I read a novel that fast, let alone a classic. I would say I was enraptured by this story. I see why a lot of people love reading Jane Austen, and especially Pride and Prejudice. That book was actually really, really good. I was so here for Lizzie Bennet and Mr. Darcy's romance. I was definitely here for it. The drama that was going on regarding the Bennet family, with the sisters and stuff. Ciao. I said so. See, this is what I could never survive in Regency England. I was like, I would never survive, because what in the world are we talking about? Now, I do know this class has been, a lot of people have read it and stuff, but I'm not going to go into spoilers about it because I didn't read it until literally like this year. So if you have not read Pride and Prejudice, this is my way of saying, please do read it. I do recommend it, actually. Even if you're not into like Regency era books, this is like the classic. Like, it's literally Regency era book written during the Regency era. And I do recommend it just for that. I mean, granted though, you definitely have a lot of mess. Like, we're talking about like marrying cousins, marrying so young, and I'm just like, what? But then again, I have to remind myself that that's the expectation of the time period. That stuff was okay. Even though to me, and even though in contemporary, no, that sounds horrible. Even then, I'm still like, that still sounds like a bad idea, but whatever. But yeah, there's definitely a weird thing regarding marrying cousins. I was like, what are we talking about? Why? Just why? Why? I will never ever understand marrying like a distant relative or a cousin. That just makes no damn sense to me. But I would say though, I definitely did see how Jane Austen's writing can be very funny and witty, especially with Lizzie. Lizzie's very witty and headstrong. I really like Lizzie as a character. Mr. Darcy, I thought of him initially as definitely a aloof and reserved individual, which he then end up just remaining as aloof and reserved throughout. That part has not changed about him. The only thing that's really changed is how he views others with less pride, but also his love with Lizzie, but also for other people to understand him because he is aloof and reserved. He's not much of a sociable person for strangers, so I think it makes sense. I was like, look, bro, I totally relate to that, because why would we try to be out here in these streets, but then again, times, whatever, country, whatever. But I really enjoy my time reading Pride and Prejudice. I definitely do really like the audiobook narrated to Kate Calgren. I was listening to like the audiobook that is credited to, I think, the Duke Classics edition of Pride and Prejudice. And now I really want to own my own personal copy of Pride and Prejudice so that I can do a reread and annotate it, because oh my gosh, a lot of gems were thrown in throughout that book, and also the drama going on in that book. And it's definitely indeed slow paced, so it does make the romance between Lizzie and Mr. Darcy quite slow. But hey, I'm here for a slow burn, honestly. And yeah, I see it. I see for the people who are like, yes, to Mr. Darcy. It's like, yeah, I see what y'all mean now. I really do get it. Like, I finally get it. And now I'm actually really am looking forward to watching the 2005 adaptation, because I think that's the adaptation that a lot of people have loved. So that's the adaptation that I'm going to watch. I don't know when I'll watch it, but hopefully it'll be sooner than later. But we'll see about how my current condition is. Besides that, that's actually all I've really read for this video diary. But I just realized, I was like, wow. I mean, I know I said I was going to be reading Litfic for the week, but I was expected to be reading like my other books that I have physically, not Pride and Prejudice. Like, out of all Litfic, I was thinking like, again, like a modern Litfic, not classic. But hey, my brain is like, oh, I'm here for a classic. And I think I showed you on the B-roll that I picked up Persuasion by Jane Austen, because that's actually the one I was initially wanting to start off with, but Pride and Prejudice was available first, and I went with that. So yeah, that's kind of like I did reading-wise. Movie-wise, because I was watching some movies, I rewatched Monster High Scariest City of Frights that came out in 2013. It's a rewatch. I haven't rewatched that particular film in a good long minute. But I think that one was okay. I think I give it 2.5 stars on Letterboxd, because the pacing of the film, I don't know, it felt very cut like it was meant to be on TV, and I didn't like the way that they cut the story. And since I remember a lot about it, it's not very, the reveals and plot twists and stuff were not really, like, shocking to me, because I really remember a lot of the stuff. But even with the foreshadowing of regarding those plot stuff, it was a little bit too obvious, so. Pretty predictable. I remember too much of the movie, even though it's been a while since I rewatched it, but it's still a fun time. I still enjoy my time watching Monster High Scare Us, See Daisy Frights. And then I rewatched Monster High Haunted, that came out in 2015. At that time, when I watched Haunted, I remember the first time I watched it, I actually really liked it because it was following Spectra, Poltergeist? I forgot what her last name was, but Spectra, I really liked when we were in the ghost world and learned about all these different ghosts and about hauntings. That one was kind of fun. I think I gave it like 3 stars. And Spectra starts, I think, getting some sort of attraction towards Porter, who is a paintergeist. And yeah, I remember liking their dynamic a lot. And their dynamic in this movie is quite cute. But yeah, it's alright though. 3 stars. And then last night, I watched Fantastic Mr. Fox. This one, I was actually not sure about how I would really think about it. I just knew that like a lot of people applauded for its stop motion puppetry. And I have to say, the stop motion puppetry is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. Although I have to say, I am used to a certain kind of stop motion animation with like Aardman. So like the Wallace and Gromit films, Chicken Run films, stuff like that. I'm used to Aardman's style of stop animation, but Fantastic Mr. Fox is a really nice, textured, unique way of stop motion animation. And it's also a little bit older as well, so the movement of the characters is a little bit, definitely more puppety, janky a little bit, but it's not even like bad, it just fits for its time. And as far as the story itself, I was definitely here for the heist part of it, and I did like seeing Mr. Fox just trying to get back to being his more usual self of like, you know, he's a wild animal, even though in the movie he seems more domesticated. A lot of these wild animals are more domesticated, but I just found it so fascinating that these 3 farmers who wanted to get after Mr. Fox for taking their livestock and stealing their livestock. I just found it so, like, a little bit fascinating how much they were willing to, like, try to get Mr. Fox. I was like, dang, is this really necessary to do all of this for Mr. Fox, I guess. And I kind of actually like the inclusion of, like, his son, Ash. He was definitely a jerk and very much rude, but, like, I can see that he just really wants to improve an admiration of, like, his father, so. Yeah, I could see it. That's where a lot of his jealousy was from. So yeah, that's that and that. I think I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd. I think I need to do a rewatch on the film a little bit because I wasn't quite sure on how I really felt and what I thought about the film for a bit, but I did enjoy it though. So yeah, I think also last night too, while I was watching Fantastic Mr. Fox, I was waiting to see the total lunar eclipse. I think I missed the part where it was actually a full total lunar eclipse, but I did get a couple pictures, which I have right here on the screen, of the lunar eclipse. I think I got a little bit before its totality. I was very excited though to see that we had a total lunar eclipse, and there will be another total lunar eclipse in September. So I do look forward to at least being a little bit more prepared to get like a better picture of a total lunar eclipse. And now for the end of the month, I think it's gonna be a day after my birthday, we're supposed to get a partial solar eclipse. Do look forward to that. Sorry, my throat is a little dry now. I need more water. Yeah, so I visited the library, picked some holes, returned something. I hung out at local cafes and stuff. I didn't show that in the B-roll, but I just wanted to check out these cafes since I was walking outside. So yeah, I should say for one of the cafes, I tried their matcha and I don't particularly love it. I think it was just too watery. I don't know what happened with that one. I don't think they had enough oat milk. I don't think they had enough of my flavored shots. It was just too watery, so that was disappointing. And it was some money, but the other one though, the other cafe, I actually went for some bakery stuff and it was actually pretty good. So very satisfied with that. Definitely plan on going back to those places again, although trying again on the coffee thing though. But yeah, that's all I really have for y'all right now. I am going to close out this video diary though because I am kind of tired and I kind of just want to just lie down. Hopefully, because I'm supposed to receive a package from Archer and Olive for some materials that I got from their most recent collection. I got a few things from their particular, Mushroom Monarch part of the collection, and hopefully I have some B-roll just to show y'all about that. Maybe like unboxing it, showing you what's inside of it and the designs. I'm very excited for that, especially for like the washi tape. I really like the look of the washi tape since I saw it online. I also really do like seeing the stickers and also the notebook. I did get a traveler size notebook version of the one I really wanted, which I really wanted to get an A5, but unfortunately the A5 sold out. So I had to go with the travelers, which is fine. I do like me a really nice traveler size notebook. I'm starting to appreciate the size of it. So yeah, very much excited for all that. Hopefully I have some B-roll of that like after I close out the vlog, so at least it's still in it, even though timeline wise it's not here. But anyways, yes, that is it though. That's all I have for y'all today and for this vlog. I don't know when I'm going to be editing anything, because I still need to edit my wrap-up video for January and February, and especially the reading journal update as well. I don't know when I'm going to be doing any of that stuff. I don't know when any of these videos are going to be coming up, but hopefully it'll be sometime this month. This month has just been really, really slow for me into finishing books, starting books, filming stuff, and editing things. Like, I don't want to do anything. Thank you, though, all of y'all, for watching this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please like this video if you like it. Comment down below any of your thoughts on what I did, especially with like Pride and Prejudice. Did you read Pride and Prejudice? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Which if you didn't, let me know why. I'm actually kind of curious. Or if you're a fan of Jane Austen, you know, all the things, especially the movies I've watched. Like, have any of y'all watched the Monster High films? Like, is it just me? Because those films used to be on Netflix, and now they're no longer on Netflix, so now I have to go to my library to borrow them. So please let me know if any of y'all have even seen these Monster High films. If you've also seen Fantastic Mr. Fox, I think it was nominated for the Oscars Best Animated Feature. I don't know, did it win a year? No, it did not win the year that it was nominated. It was nominated along with some other films, and I think Up. Yeah, Up won that one. So it was nominated for Best Animated Feature, but it did not win. But yeah, if you've watched Fantastic Mr. Fox, let me know what your thoughts on that one too. And also if you've seen the total lunar eclipse as well that happened as well. If you've seen that, let me know. I'm just gonna let y'all go. Subscribe also if you're new here as well. And if you made this far into the video, not sure what to say, but leave me an emoji to let me know you're here. Leave me some sort of a heart emoji in honor of Pride and Prejudice, or you can leave me a moon emoji in honor of the total lunar eclipse that happened last night. But anyways, thank you all again for coming to this video, and I hope to see you on my next one. Bye.